Good morning, YouTube and Twitch. This is Harmony Muse. Welcoming you back to more Final Fantasy 14. Today we are going to be doing the level 40 warrior quest and doing the pre-questing to lead into Stone Vigil. First things first, let's get to Ul'dah and update my gear, shall we? Now, one thing to remember is we did see that the next quest in the chain, or in the story chain, will give the mithril chest piece, so I don't need to get that. I just need to get the helmet for when I finish that quest. Ditto for the quest above next to it gives the feet but not the legs, so I need to get those. Then again, I don't even need to get the helmet because that's also in the third quest after. So all I really need to get are the legs and the legs and the gloves and maybe the belt if there is one. Okay, gloves, level 40 mithril gloves. Oh, mithril plate belt will get you too. And what do we have? Okay, padded mithril, or padded linen trousers. Yeah, that's actually the Scottish is trousers rather than trousers. As anybody who's heard a proper version of Donald Wears Your Trousers is, could tell you. And it looks like I'm good for an axe for now. And the game seems downright obsessed on me wearing that weathered choker over the mithril one. Yeah, no. Actually, see if they can buy better. Battlecraft. No, because they don't sell better here. Right. We'll need to check that when we get back to Kurthus. But we are good for now. Let's go to Costa del Sol and see what my next quest is. But yeah, that's another reason to do your duty roulette that we found out yesterday. Is if you're a tank, the massive amount of free company seals that you'll get from that will help you get your ranks up very, very quickly. So let's see what Curious Gorge wants now. I'm going to learn Unchained. Hello again, my friend. It is quite obvious that you have been anything but idle in your training since last we met. Your progress is heartening to look upon, truly, but it also serves to remind me that each hour I spend poring over ancient texts is an hour not spent honing my skills. I fear my worth on the battlefield is diminishing by the day. Yet, I am certain my studies of the Chronicles will yield something of use. In fact, just the last night, I learned how the warriors of my tribe came to be shunned by the outside world. Upon witnessing my people's prowess with the axe, the armies of the city-states began to incorporate similar techniques into their own training regimens. These are the self-same techniques I have been instructing you in the ones which call upon the inner beast. The consequences, of course, were dire. Yet, their soldiers became nigh on unstoppable, they also became wholly uncontrollable, and both friend and foe fell prey to the ensuing carnage. Of course, the heads of the city-states laid the blame on these atrocities solely at the feet of my kind, promptly banning the ancient art and imprisoning anyone suspected of teaching it, or so the chronicles say. What I find hard to grasp is that never once during my training did my brother hint at this dark history, nor have I myself seen one of my tribes succumb to the rage. Could it be the tales were falsehoods? Stories concocted by some long-forgotten enemy who would poison our heritage and befoul our tribe's name? Who in their right mind would seek to sully something so pure? And why would my ancestors simply bow their heads and suffer such ignominy? That my people should be so weak, so utterly bereft of pride, is inexplicable. I refuse to believe it. It matters not if these claims are groundless. If they have prompted my tribe's art to fade to obscurity, then the damage has already been done. Well, I for one will not turn a blind eye to this injustice. If none of my people will give the lie to the stories that have so tarnished our reputation, it will have to be me. Ah, but once again I lose myself in history of the present. If you recall, I spoke to you of my former comrade of the Company of Heroes and the great woolly beast we have been pursuing. The beast remains on the loose, and to toss a pound of salt on the wound, fell creatures that appear to be its minions have been wreaking havoc on the innocent citizens of Wineport. Were you to succeed in quelling the threat, surely the people would see that the warriors are no fearsome beasts, but valuable allies. Together, we will win back our proud name. Now let us away to Wineport to meet with the captain of the militia. We'll speak with the militia captain in Wineport. Okay, so we know Wineport's over here, so we need to use the ferry to go get there. So crazy to feel how... So crazy to feel just how short that it seems that it's been since we've dealt with Brayflocks. My friends, Wineport is much obliged for your aid. The fiends come relentlessly, and what few able-bodied men we have find themselves hopelessly outmatched. Indeed, the western gates have been so besieged that they are currently left without any man defense. Leave the defense to us, my good man. I will secure the western gate. You defend the town from the east. Together we will form a bulwark that not a single fiend can penetrate. Once the enemy has been driven back, we will return here and back up the captain. Got it? Curious Gorge goes to... Okay, I think the Curious George people are going to be suing somebody for that one. That's kind of funny. Does that make me the man in yellow? Okay, you're about to get smacked down. I don't want to get a frickin'... How the hell did you get involved in this fight? Bird? The bird is not the word. I forgot to have my defiance on. Whoopsie daisy. This little bit of killing mobs can't be the whole quest. This has got to be like a lead into something else. It has to. Yeah, it's definitely not the end because it tells me to go back and speak to the captain. Thank the 12 you're safe. We have need of your skills yet. I just heard a scream and I fear that one of the beasts might be loose in the village. Come with me. You monster, get away, get away! Monster, but she was, hey, saving them. Come no closer. I beg of you. I must return to the falls. So what the hell did we just see? That was weird. Consult with the captain? What's the captain got to say? Whatever has gotten into Curious Gorge? 'Tis true that he fought like a man possessed, but to mistake him for the very beast he hunts? Methinks the child's parents have been feeding her a few too many ghost stories for her own good. Worry not, friend. I shall speak to the villagers and clear up this most unfortunate misunderstanding. Do return to the falls and assure Curious Gorge that Wineport is indebted to him for his aid. I think I might be able to take the shortcut and jump off here. And I'd be right. Please forgive me for leaving so abruptly earlier. It was a hasty reaction to a situation for which I was completely unprepared. While you and I know that I was in complete control of my inner beast, I now realize that to the layman's eye, it may have seemed that, well, the opposite was true. Mayhap it was this very misapprehension that lent weight to the lies which led to my tribe's disgrace. And if that is the case, then perhaps I should return once more to the Chronicles and endeavor to reassess their message in the light of this discovery. Speaking of light, your soul crystal, it sparkles. Does the soul of the warrior have aught to reveal to you and whispers of import? If only they hadn't forsaken me as they did my brother. Yes, well, I suppose that is that. I must continue my studies, and you your training. I hope to have something new for us both very soon. Until then, my friend. And I learned Unchained. Unchained is interesting because it's a temporary buff that allows me to do damage as if I wasn't in Defiance mode. See what my next skill gets me. Oh, nothing. Okay. And my next one isn't until level 45. So it is now time to get back to Kurthus. And get back on that chain. Okay, I hate to do this, everybody, but I need to take a quick AFK. I need to take a bio break. I thought I was feeling better than this, but I will be right back. Thank you. And sorry about that, everybody. Even mighty warriors such as myself sometimes need to go spend a little bit of time talking to a man about a horse. But now that that's resolved, let's get back to the game, shall we? When we last left Kurthus, I was dealing with a purposefully obstructionist inquisitor who was outright lying about us, straight up saying that, well, telling the truth but in a damaging way, saying that we obstructed the trial of a suspected heretic. Mind you, we were doing so because we had proof he was innocent. But oh no, don't let that stop the Inquisitor. Because as anybody who knows their Warhammer, the plea of innocence is guilty of wasting my time. You know, in most faiths and beliefs, the Inquisitor believes everybody is guilty of something. It's just a matter of finding what. Sid is concerned about Inquisitor Guillaume. Before we can persuade Lord Driomont to help us, it seems we must convince Inquisitor Guillaume that we are not his enemy. But just how might we go about doing that? We know little and less about the good Inquisitor, despite him being such a prominent figure in Kurthus. Perhaps we should learn more by speaking with the people in Whitebrim Font. Share your findings with Alphino in the Square. I'm sure he can formulate a strategy. Yes, we're trusting a boy who's barely into puberty with doing our strategy. Inquisitor Guillaume? Yes, of course I know him. Alas, I have not seen him since the day he came to Whitebrim Font several moons ago. My memory is somewhat muddled, but I recall a blizzard that nearly buried us in snow that day. I had kept the ill fortune of being assigned to the Night's Watch. While the stronghold slept, he walked the walls and patrolled the exterior in a darkness black as pitch. My route took me outside the eastern gate at one point, where I caught sight of a silhouette illuminated by the light of the city. Thinking it was a wayward traveler, I cried out and gave chase, but slipped and took a terrible fall. When I woke, it was days later in this very bed, where I've lain recuperating from my injuries ever since. I had tried to rescue him, but in the end, Inquisitor Guillaume rescued me. Carried my unconscious body to the gates. I owe him my life, madam, and I hope one day to repay his kindness. The Eastern Gate. East. No, Eastern Gate would be this way. I need to speak with one other person in here. Is it... Maybe it's the lady down in the stock. Let's go check down there. It is Alboise. Inquisitor Guillaume, I haven't the foggiest of whom you speak, unbeliever. We have learned of your deeds at Witchdrop, and I will not be party to whatever dastardly deeds you've hatched against the Inquisitor. Away with you. Yeah, never mind that I was helping an innocent man. They consider it scheming against the Inquisitor, even though it was proved that the man was innocent. Fuck these guys. Under Inquisitor Guillaume's watchful gaze, unprecedented numbers of heretics have been unmasked and brought to justice. They say he goes without sleep, so great is his devotion. Blessed are we to have such a goodly, righteous man to protect us. Hello, fan? Well, we guess we have proof that the sleeper has awakened. Just messing with you, buddy. And let's go speak to the cook. The Holy See has decreed that Inquisitors are the arbiters of Holone's will. They are to be afforded every courtesy and the utmost respect. So basically, the church has outright said these people speak for the goddess. You know, point blank, it doesn't matter what they say, they're talking for their goddess. I didn't realize their goddess was a cunt. Shiver. I'm not gonna do funny languages for Alphino because that's a little boy. In case you've yet to notice, my attire is ill-suited to this climate. I realized it after our arrival, but paid it no mind as I had hoped we might find the Enterprise far faster. Instead, we have wasted far too much time meddling in local affairs. Never mind, our journey is almost at an end. All that remains is to deal with the irksome Inquisitor. Sid tells me you've been busy making inquiries, yes? It should come as no surprise he isn't held in high regard. Even so, I'm beginning to suspect he has other reasons for hindering us now. Let us more closely review the testimonials you obtained. Mayhap they will provide insight into Guillaume's motivations. Now I'm getting the mithril chest piece, and we can replace my upper heavy armor. And they keep wanting me to put on that damn weather choker. Why do they... No, I am not putting on the weather choker. Put that mithril one back on and be thankful. Let me actually check the merchant, see if you have something better. Nope. Alpha Note appears to be in deep thought. Something troubles me about that Wounded Knight's account. He claims they fell chasing a creature in the darkness that he saw outside the eastern gate, yes, but the main road leads to the southwestern gate. Since we arrived in White Brim Font, I have seen no travelers arrive by the eastern gate. Moreover, he said he glimpsed a silhouette illuminated by the light of the city, which would imply that the Inquisitor came from the north of the eastern gate, not south. But it cannot be so, for that way lies naught but a deep chasm. Assuming Sir Jalot is not misremembering, the Inquisitor's behavior that night makes absolutely no sense, at least not to me. Mayhap retracing his steps will shed light on this mystery. Search the area outside White Brim Font for clues. Okay. This is where stuff gets interesting, and I spy with my little eye Amisha. Let us see what we find back here. Oh my, we find a cliff. Okay, how do I get down there without, suiciding? Oh shit. Oh, double shit. It looks like suiciding was exactly what I had to do. Ow. Yo, healer, heal. You're just gonna sit there and look at me. You're a healer. Do your damn job. You've been taking lessons from the White Mage, seeing me half dead and sitting there doing nothing. The air begins to crackle with ethereal energies. Okay. Always count on my friend Stan to take care of me. Gotta appreciate that. Galvanized. That's sort of like a time limited. That galvanized. That galvanized seems like a time limited version of Stone Skin. Unless my memory's failing me. Oh, Oh! Oh, I forgot to check the thing again. Whoopsie daisy. I forgot to go examine the Duma Whatchits. Whoops! Search area outside wipe room font for clues. I find a corpse. And let's see what's on that corpse that I found. Bloody Encyclical. Contains what appears to be an official papal appointment to the position of Inquisitor. This is Inquisitor Guillaume. So whoever that son of a bitch is that's been putting people to death ain't Guillaume. And that is an awesome looking horse. I want to know how you got that thing. Because that thing looks amazing. And yes, I'm referencing that old song, Look at My Horse is Amazing. What are they doing? Oh my god, they're fishing. Oh, and this is the Eastern Gate, okay. Gotcha, thank you. Let's see, you found something. Well, don't keep me in suspense. Let's see it. Given the contents of this encyclical, I believe you have just made the acquaintance of the real Inquisitor Guillaume. Newly come to Kurthus and murdered on his day of arrival. Yes, it would have been a simple thing to assume his identity, for even if he were to behave oddly, who would dare question the wisdom of a papal appointment? Still, while this is incontrovertible proof that the Inquisitor is an impostor, we have yet to discern his true identity or why he decided to oppose us. We must proceed quickly before he learns his deception has been discovered. Padded linen true. Okay, that's 8 and 8 versus the 7 and 8. And the Mithril Sabaton, which are 4 or 5 and 5 and 7 versus 4 and 3 and okay. Alpha Node is determined to discover the Inquisitor's true identity. Since Lord Driamont has already turned against us, I fear that this encyclical alone will not serve to convince him of our claims. But who might persuade a man so quick to disregard the endorsements of 2 high houses? The cook did say that the Lord listens to and respects the opinions of his knights. If a certain knight were to provide testimony that supports our claim, yes, mayhap that is the only way left to us. Confirm Sir Jaloa with the evidence you discovered and see if it helps him recall the truth of that night. As a man of faith, he may find it difficult to cope with such a horrifying revelation. Nevertheless, we must do everything within our power to secure the Enterprise. So we need to go talk with the guy who said that Guillaume saved his life. Oh, you've returned. Is there something else you wanted to ask? The Inquisitor is an imposter? Don't be preposterous. That couldn't possibly be true. He's a paragon of virtue, dedicated to a servant to the Fury. You would have me believe that's all a lie? If you are so certain your ludicrous story is true, then go speak with Sir Prunia. She was at the Eastern Gate that night, and she helped the Inquisitor carry me here. But I will never speak against the man who saved my life. Brunia. You! I do not believe I know you, madam. Pray move along and trouble me no more. Are you in the habit of handing bloody documents to strangers? Why would you show me such a dreadful thing? I know nothing of it, nothing at all. Methinks the lady doth protest too much. You know, don't you? Fury take me, I prayed this day would come. When Sir Gillot gave chase, I followed him close behind. He didn't fall. One of those Dravanian abominations lashed out at him, nearly killed him right then and there. I drew my sword and rushed to his side, straining to see the enemy. But what came from the dark was not a beast but a voice. He knew things about me, about my family. Secrets I had never told another. He said if I kept his confidence, Sir Gillot and I would be spared. But if I defied him, everyone I loved would suffer unimaginable horrors before they died. When at last I agreed to his terms, the man came forward. His robes marked him as an Inquisitor, but I knew him to be false. Together, we carried Sir Gillot to the armory, and on his first night to White Font, Inquisitor Guillaume was heralded as a hero. Soon after came the accusations. Countless men and women of good moral standing, seized while in possession of draconian rosaries. It is as I feared, he was condemning the innocent to death. I wanted to confess to Lord Driamont. I wanted to put an end to this madness, but then I would remember the Inquisitor's threats, so I did nothing until Lord Francel was accused. Some time ago, I followed the Inquisitor and found that he kept draconian rosaries in a chest hidden southeast of White Font. So I took several from his chest and planted them in shipments bound for Skyfire locks. As I hoped, they were discovered and considered evidence of a conspiracy against House Helionart, thus exonerating Lord Francel and casting doubt on the recent trials. And that is the entire truth, I swear. Alone, forgive me for not acting sooner. And a suspicious box. And now we present our findings to Driamont. And let's see what he has to say now. How much you want to bet he still wants to toss me out on my ass despite 100% proof that Guillaume is a liar and a fake? Because God forbid that somebody who isn't a Durandare tells him something. Why do you persist in this folly? I will not grant you 3 access to the Stone Vigil. Don't make me repeat myself. Here, have proof that you're full of shit. There had better be a very good reason why you're carrying these rosaries. And where did you find this papal encyclical? Fury, take me! The Inquisitor is a heretic? Never before have I heard such an unbelievable tale. But this evidence in your testimony could have no other explanation. I have misjudged you and your friends, and for that I deeply apologize. I will permit you to enter the outpost, but first I must needs beg your assistance. Help me and my knights bring this infernal imposter to justice. Give me my freaking helmet, and we'll see what we can do for you, buddy. I look like a dork in all that shiny yellow armor. Lord Driamont requires your assistance. That thrice-damned heretic has murdered countless innocents and made a mockery of our laws. Hell's take him and his Dravanian allies. I am told he makes for Snowcloak even now, intending to pass judgment on yet another poor soul-branded heretic. If we hurry, there may be time to prevent further tragedy. Lend me your strength. Together let us put an end to this impostor's heresy once and for all. And it's a shame I can't bring Misha along with this one because it's a solo instance. But after this, it's finally starting to get into some interesting stuff. We might finally get to say goodbye to these friggin' papists soon enough. Now, I've got nothing against Catholics or religious people in general, but when you let the tenets of your faith get in the way of doing what you know is right, or give you justification for doing what you know is wrong, that's when it becomes less, you know, a religion and more, yeah. I believe it was Kurt Vonnegut, that I could be wrong there, that once said, to get an evil man, or to get a good man to do evil, it takes religion. Good to have you with us, miss. When Lord Driamont arrives, we are to confront the Inquisitor. If he refuses to go quietly, we will need to use force. Are you prepared for that eventuality? Oh, you want me to shove my axe up Guillaume's ass? And you're asking if I'm up to that? Oh, of course. Okay. You needn't trouble so, my child. The righteous shall enjoy everlasting peace in Halone's halls. Only the wicked. But why? Why must I die? By all that is holy, I swear to you that I have never questioned the teachings of Halone. Inquisitor! Release the maiden, come with us! My Lord Driamont, what is the meaning of this interruption? You are aware that I am, present conducting an... Okay. Interrogation, are you not? Silence, villain! I name thee heretic, murderer of Inquisitor Guillaume and countless innocents. You are a traitor to Ishgard, to your own kith and kin. Your sins are beyond measure, nay, beyond redemption. And he's like, oh well. And he's laughing. Ah, grave allegations indeed, but your logic is flawed. How can I betray that which I owe no allegiance? My Lord Driamont, my conscience is quite clear, I assure you. I wonder, can you say the same? You, whose hands are black with the blood of those whose only sin was to question your nation's crazed crusade? You speak to me of Ishgardian innocence? Ha! All are complicit in these crimes, for all live their lives by the Archbishop's lies. You know, he sounds like he's, you know, full of crap. Later, you find out that he's kind of fucking justified. But I know you will not hear me, deafened by the dogma as you are. If you desire retribution, Lord Driamont, come, let's see how Ishgardian steel fares against Dravanian fang and claw. Show the heretic no mercy. He must pay for the blood he spilled. Ignorant swine, soon you will know the futility of your faith. Oh shit. Gotta go help the knight, gotta go help the knight. No, you're fighting me. Driamont is wrecking face up there. Good to go, man. Do you see, Heretic? You and our allies are no match for the might of Ishgard. How wrong you are, Ishgardian, for I have been blessed with power beyond your ken. Come, my brothers, grant me the strength to smite our enemies. Oh shit. Oh shit. I am reborn. Come on, Driamont. Get aggro on him. I can't fight this dude. And this is what happens when you try to get a paladin to do a warrior's job. I'm the one actually doing the tanking here. Your magics have no power over me, Heretic. Oh shit, the wyvern. No, you don't. No, you fucking don't. You are not attacking my healer. Fight him! Fight Driamont, I'm busy. No, no, it cannot be! Like I said, this is what happens when you send a warrior to do a paladin's job. Not only did I tank all of that, I lived. My glamour's dispelled. Your plans lie in ruin, Heretic. Choose your words wisely, for they will be your last. Cough, cough, wheeze. Ha, ha, ha. You recall many Ishgardians I have sentenced, but the families of the dead will never forget. Blood has been repaid with blood, and for that I am content. My only regret is that you let live. But your end is nigh, foreigner. The dragons within stone Vigil will rend you asunder, and when you are dead, white Grim front shall fall. Defiant to the last, leave the body for his crows, or leave the body for the crows. His ilk deserves not better. So they're going to leave his body to rot rather than giving him a burial. I must apologize for involving you in this sordid business. You should never have asked to intervene in Ishgardian affairs of state. Rest assured, I have not forgotten the matter which first brought you into our midst. It is past time you were reunited with your airship. but this is not the place to discuss such matters. Pray visit me in White Brim and bring your associates. Crap, damn crocodile. Okay, they're bringing multiple on me? Screw this. Yeah, okay, Chocobo, you get to play decoy while I run. Oh, I'm going the wrong ass way. Whoopsie daisy. Run, run, Forrest, run. Sebek, named after the Egyptian crocodile god Sobek? Hey, Tim. Yeah, it is far too early in the morning, but what can you do, man? Just having a discussion about the merits of tanking. How much you want to bet with a name like XKEQUC that that person is a gold farmer? Oh. Oh, he said meet me here, but he doesn't. The quest doesn't involve me speaking to him. I gotta go speak to Alphino. Okay. Okay, Alfie, what do you got for me, buddy? Where have you been? Oh, the false inquisitor has been slain, has he? Well, this is a tale always likely to end in bloodshed. Though you have overcome the latest in a long line of unfortunate impediments, I will ask you not to revel in your victory just yet. We can celebrate once we've secured the Enterprise. And level locked. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay, so now let's see what we can do now that I'm level 50 or level 40 and blocked. Okay, only see Vishgard, Generous Allow Representative, da-da-da-da. Maelstrom leaves. I can do some leaves and get some... Well, first things first, I still have my tier 3 Hunter's log to do. Let's go ahead and get that done. I've got South Shroud, Central, and Central. Let's get that done for a quick bit of XP. I'm probably going to do a duty roulette. I don't know. No? Drinking a Mountain Dew on camera does not mean that I am in any way endorsed by the Pepsi Corporation. I wish I was. I chug the dew because it keeps me awake and conscious and able to do this. We need to find specifically toadstools and floating eyes. We know where the floating eyes are. Now to find the toadstools while not getting jumped by these bastards. They're probably closer to the back as well. Huh. Well, let's get the guys we know while we can get them. Here's our floating eyes. Need to get 4 or 3 more kills on them, okay? Shouldn't be hard. The paralysis status is very, very nasty. Imagine being paralyzed when you're trying to throw off a cure or a taunt. That can be very, very nasty. That was actually what killed me more times than not back in my early days of trying to do Hawk Manor. Because the Manor servants, or the Manor maidservants, they had this a radial stun attack that would stun anybody within close range, which would namely be me before I'd lock down aggro on it, and the healer before they could get too many heals. So it would be in very short order the healer down, and then me unable to pick up the slack. Death gazes. No, don't worry about the death gazes. Don't worry about them. Not my circus, not my monkeys, not my problem. Let's find some toadstools. They're going to be up by the Sprig and Dig, aren't they? Place I did not want to go. Or they could be right here. Alright. And I'm getting beeped at one moment. A friend of mine was wondering why I disappeared too last night. I'm a slight fan of professional wrestling, and we were watching a pay-per-view together, and out of nowhere, my power just went out. Well, rather, the internet went out. Now that that's done, we can go get the Red Belly Larcener, and we can get to doing something more interesting than doing Hunter's Logs. I might actually show you some Grand Company leaves, I don't know. Okay. Oh. I didn't get... Oh, did I finish my toadstools? Son of a bitch, I forgot one. It looks like I'm going back. Well, that's what I get for being sloppy. The problem with the Asuna to cure paralysis is it sucks when you're the one that's or when the white mage is the one that's paralyzed. I mean, a tank can survive for a few seconds if the healer is paralyzed, if need be, because I've got emergency oh shit buttons. The healer surviving while the tank is paralyzed and it can't pull aggro in an area where, like Hulk Manor, where people aren't quite as survivable yet, yeah, that's not so easy. And rather than do the slow walk down, I'm just gonna... Okay, we're just gonna teleport down Camp Tranquil. See what Tim's got for me. If you're still capped up, we'll be able to get us. You got a point there. You do. Didn't think about that. Larcener upper paths. That means up here. We're looking for larceners. Perhaps one of the dumbest names I've ever heard for a creature. Tengoku no Ken. The Fist of the War of the Heavens. There's my larceners. How many do I need? 4 of them. I don't think there's even 4 of them that exist in this. Oh well. Spam, 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 spam. The only larcener that I know about is that one there in particular. Everything else here are Ked traps. Unless there are other red bellies that I don't know about. And there might be. Nope. It's just that one. Bark F's. Antelope. I'm just gonna have to sit here and wait for that one dude to respawn over and over to get this kill. That's really kind of horseshit. me actually check something really quick, see if there's any other spawns. I'll check the wiki. Silent Arbor as well. I'm in your base, killing your dudes. Do something about it. Game says there are more of them in the Silent Arbor, so that's where we're going to go. It's up here. Red belly. Oh, there's red bellies right up there. Okay. Then why did it tell me Silent Arbor? Time to go Cheats of Fate. Or I could just get these two guys right here and be done with it. After this, I'm going to go ahead and do my leveling duty roulette for the day. That's done. And let's pull up the duty finder. Duty roulette leveling, and it's still tank. And look at that! Look at those seals. Nummy num num. Because they need tanks. It's a great day to love my job, I swear. See, I don't mind that they've changed things in Stormblood. It's simplified. At level 40 and change as a paladin, I would normally have this whole bar filled. So this is perfectly alright with me. That's a weird-ass name. At least you're wearing clothing. You're not running around in your drawers, so you're not a bot. Okay. Bots have changed their behavior. Back when I used to play, bots would spam in here and just jump up and down under here for whatever reason. I think it was to hide their behavior, but everybody noticed them anyway. Wow, there's 11 tanks in front of me in the leveling roulette. No kidding. That would imply that the stopgap is not tanks, but perhaps cleric or healers? Could be. Then why would there be the party in need bonus be for tanks? Unless it's a matter of how long it takes to get each instance set up, that it's a matter of server strain. I actually haven't gotten to Stormblood content yet, Tim's, but it's interesting to know that healing at that high level is a pain. The only things that I've ever gotten as far as healing is I've gotten to level 20 as a white mage once. I healed Satasha. I healed Tamtara Deepcroft. I healed Copperbell. I found that it wasn't that hard. What really got me as a healer, or for what little I did it, was how easy it felt to do, and how, if I was careful, I had the ability to both nuke and heal, but I always made sure people were above 50% on their health, and even still I had a lot of time where I had nothing to do other than nuke. So it left me wondering a lot of times why some healers were letting me damn near die because they were too busy casting stone. And here we go. Here's hoping it's a good, quick, less painless one. Which, I'm thanking my lucky stars I can't get sent into Aurum Vale right now. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. It's Todorok. Well, and everybody has been here before, because we have a Dragoon and a Black Mage rather than a Lancer and a Thaumaturge. We have a White Mage and a Warrior rather than a Marauder and a... Okay. Gonna feel weird not having Defiance for this. Gonna feel weird not having a Butcher's Block for this. At least we know what to do and where to go. I have my role specific, so I do have an oh shit button if I need it. I shouldn't need it though. Wrong way. Okay. I can't get that phone, so... This healer is on the ball, that's good. One moment. That's... I gotta check on that phone call, because that was probably my aunt. Now that I know this dungeon, it shouldn't be a problem. Going quickly. This is good. Okay, I gotta check my messages. Okay, they can get the thing while I do the pull. If you hear the sound cut out, it's because I'm checking something, tapping out for a half a second to check a message. I can. Okay. So I'm not going to be looking at messages right now because I have to tab out to do so, or at least not messages on the stream chat, because the messages I was checking were a family member, you know, important things. Well, in our rush to get forward, we missed one of the cells. Whoopsie daisy. Looks like it was one of the early cells at that, so yeah, that was an inauspicious beginning to this dungeon. That was literally right at the beginning. Oh man, can't believe we forgot the one right at the front door. Boy, do I feel like a jackass at this point. So, okay. Well, we're all good sports about it all, so let's get to killing. I don't have to worry about having limit break on my bar as a tank, because the most common use of limit break is as the last minute damage to put you over the top. Most people use it for DPS to, especially for burn strats for most bosses. Okay. They're going... Okay. Prison pudding. The earlier incarnations of this from earlier versions of Final Fantasy were referred to as flans. F-L-A-N. Wasteful, but... This healer's being on the ball, so more power to him. Alrighty. Make sure that we're not missing a photocell. Huh. And that's what happens when you put aggro when you don't have the tools or the defiance. I tried, I flopped, mea culpa. We've got the cell, okay, we're good. We're good, we're good, we're good. And we left the healer there. That's not a good thing. That was a bit of a dick move on our part. Whoopsie daisy. Dungeons are also a good way for getting money if you're on the cheap like myself, because dungeon mobs, unlike other mobs, are guaranteed that you're going to get money from or gil from every enemy. You know, trickle gil, but still. Back in 2.0, before things got better, there used to be a big worry about running out of money. Because at the time, the only way to get, or once you ran out all your missions, the only way to get money was through base. Okay, and we're killing stuff quick. This is actually going to be a good party. Saving my cooldown. Okay. Not that I need any of it. We're not doing too bad for that, losing about 5 minutes having to go back. Better than the first time I ran Todorok earlier where... Tell the healer is wanting to leave. We're all past. Guys, we need to help the healer. Okay, that's handled. Okay. Ow. Ow. Whoops. We are not to the boss yet. I remember this boss. Ow. Healer! Good healer. You kept me alive. We didn't die. You're good. God damn it, healer. You're making me question my wanting to give you the... And it looks like we're going to be focusing... Okay. And they were more focused on getting that done. Okay, we did it your way. We got the boss dead. And... Terry's needles? Rogue pig stickers. Not my problem. And I'm level 41 now. And I got a combo out of it. Okay. Good, good, good. And now that I'm level 41, it's time to get back to Kurthus. Check my time. I might be able to do 2 dungeons for y'all. Oh, no, I won't. I am not doing Stone Vigil with 20 minutes left to go. I remember where the repair guy was. Well, it doesn't matter. We'll go do the one at White Brim Front instead. Let's see what I'm doing for reps so far. 23, okay. Check my challenge. They had some that were almost complete. Oh, there's one for doing the duty roulette. Okay. I might do another duty roulette later on my off time just to get that done. Because you actually get rewards for doing your... You actually get rewards for completing so many challenges. And but that's mostly money. But it's not money to sniff at either. 10 grand for completing 5 challenges in a week, I can hack that. For a lobby, that's a lot of money. Hell, for me, that's a good bit of money. Maybe not so much for a higher tier person, but I'm not a higher tier person, am I? Well, not yet, at least. Okay. I'm debating if I have the time to go in ahead, or if it's okay with my #1 fan to go ahead and do Stone Vigil. I don't know yet. That'd probably take about 40 minutes to an hour, I think, almost. Especially when you factor in the cutscenes. Might actually save it for tomorrow, though. I don't know. Either way, I'm thinking too much. What do you got for me, Alphino? Alphino is eager to visit the Stone Vigil. As I'm sure you'll agree, it is past time we enter the Stone Vigil. Pray Lord Driamont a visit and remind him of his obligation to us. Sid and I will follow it on. Okay, I need to get up and turn off my air conditioner. I felt that lightning strike. Oh, Jesus, did I feel that one. And I know if a certain #1 fan of mine is watching, she should be turning off her air conditioner as well. Yeah. And yes, I use a recliner for my computer chair. Because why not? Oh, I was supposed to go to Driamont. Not to the Stone Vigil yet. Whoopsie daisy. Oh, Misha was healing. Just a fair warning, I'm going to try to go ahead and do Stone Vigil today, but because it is storming, I might lose power. So if I drop off like I did a couple of days ago, you know why. We are all in your debt of gratitude. Had it not been for you, the heretic masquerading as Inquisitor Guillaume would still be among us, free to prey on the innocent. I see now I was a fool to dismiss your claims out of hand, but you must understand, it seemed too much to hope that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn still lived, to say nothing of Master Garland. Never have I been happier to be proven wrong. It is gratifying to know that someone has derived a measure of enjoyment from your error. Yeah, Alphanode, sarcastic little shithead. But he's also a very, very dedicated hero. Now, if you've no further objections, we would appreciate it if you would permit us to enter the Stone Vigil and retrieve our airship. Yes, of course. It is the very least I can do, given all you've done for us. But entering the outpost is the least of your concerns, I fear. You speak of the Dravanians that now hold the ruin? In part, yes. I should explain. Shortly after you first arrived, I had my men scour the records. They confirmed that an abandoned airship had been seized by the soldiers garrisoned at Stone Vigil in the days following the calamity. As far as we had been able to ascertain, it was still in their custody when the outpost was overrun by the dragons. Whether it was damaged or destroyed during the battle, I cannot say, nor can I give you any assurances that it has not been removed in the intervening years. Far too long, the ruin has served as a Dravanian foothold in Kurthus, from which they have struck out at us with depressing regularity. Though we have pushed them back behind the walls, we have as of yet been unable to drive them out, and I cannot say when the situation will change. Or how it will change. Forgive me, Lord Driamont, but there is no guarantee that you will prevail. In any event, we have not the time to wait. We will secure your property without Ishgardian aid. I see. Well, that may be for the best. I will inform Sir Nathalane of your impending visit. May Halone guide you, Scions. Wilhelmina, Lord Driamont has apprised me of the situation. You may enter the Stone Vigil whensoever you will. Well, for those watching, you're gonna have a treat. It's gonna be my friend Fan and I running Stone Vigil together. You see how that was instant when we had both a healer and a DPS? It was like, bing! Almost as soon as I hit the button. Now, there's going to be vital cutscenes in here that I'm going to be skipping. Okay. That was touchy at first because I was an idiot and forgot to have my defense on, my defiance. Okay, so I can survive a double pull if I have to. Okay. More proof that I trust Dan as a healer. Good job, buddy. You kept me up under that. This is some good hustle. I'm happy with this Dragoon. I'm happy with this Summoner. I'm definitely happy with Van. Or with Misha. Okay, that might have been a little bit too much showing off. Van, you'll forgive me for saying this, but I'm going to ask that you level this character because at the rate I'm going through the content, I'm going to be without a healer soon. Now this next boss I don't remember offhand, but we'll learn it. We'll figure it out when we get there. By the way, I've got no complaints about this group of bodies. These people are amazing. Now, periodically this one runs to the side and, like, shoots fire. We want to be away from that. Because that can hurt really nastily. He hasn't actually ran to go do his... That's surprising. Are we just killing him out? There we go. There we go. And the healer ate one. And you're slipping, buddy. Oh, silence. Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, it's deep skier, not my problem. It's also deep skier that our Dragoon is probably not going to be able to use. Shame of that. Oh, there's Misha. Okay, good, 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 good. going to go ahead and continue at this point. Misha's good on HP, or MP, I believe. This is stuff that's more actually my difficulty. This is stuff that I'm getting to remember. We're getting into the what I call interesting content at this point. Only problem I have with this group is the lack of focus fire. That would have been far less draining on both me and Fan had we had better target discipline. Okay. Not bad at all. We're gonna have lightning sprites show up here. remember back in the day when an at-level party for these guys, for 3 Dragon Avises would have been a damn near guaranteed party way. I don't know if they've just made it easier or if I'm more confident in tanking. Okay, now we've got our second boss. This one's a bit more challenging. Okay, so it's Nelthazar's new first time here, too. Well, that said, I trust Nelthazar. They've been doing good damage so far, so they know their job. The reason I'm staying in the corner like this is those whirlwinds. Staying back here means that that's less likely for it to hit me. And there's 2 of the whirlwinds now. Shit. This is when it gets messy. We're gotten it. We got it. We got this by the ass. Well done, everybody. Stuff I can use. Ofrabgiste Kalukale. It's going to be my first piece of dungeon gear in I don't know how long. Waiting for somebody else to hit on it. Okay, we got this. This would have been guaranteed death back in the day, back in 2.0. For a group that didn't know what they were doing. This was one of those dungeons that really, not so much a gear test, but a skill test. If you had a skill party, you could get through it. If you had a bunch of people who didn't know what they were doing, you'd be dead. Between a skilled tank and a skilled healer, we're doing pretty well, and the DPS are doing pretty damn good for their side of things, too. Oh, shit. I didn't mean to pull both of them. Sorry, fan. Mea culpa, buddy. That was a bad pull on my part, but thanks to Fan, we survived it. Thanks to Fan's Misha, yeah. I wish I could give you a comm for this, man. I really do. But I have to give it to the other guy since we're party. Oh, I screwed up. Sorry, Fan. Sorry about that. We're almost to the final boss. I got some dungeon loot. Not that... Okay. Oh, shit. They had that AoE that they dropped, like, right down. Notice I switch before enemy is completely dead. That way I can ensure that I get the aggro on the next guy before, or rather that I lock down the aggro on the next guy, even if I already have it. Having extra threat on him is, you know, more is better than less when it comes to having threat on something. Now this guy is going to be fun. Okay, now we're going to have a cutscene, which I'm going to skip. We'll watch that later. This is basically, oh, we found the airship, but there's this big-ass fucking dragon in the way. That dragon we were shooting the cannons at, that's him right there. This one gets interesting. Get out the way! Damn it, fan. Okay. I keep forgetting you have a little bit of lag, and it is hard to see the floor sometimes here. So I really can't blame you there. Dan, why are you running yourself so low? Good, fan, you move. Not trying to judge. I know how hard it is to see blue, white on blue and white. He's not doing his mechanic all that much. Okay, this is where it starts to get shitty. Oh, move. Oh. Man, you should move! If you see one of those
far as popping down on the ground, move. Don't let it hit you, even if you are healing. Your health is more important than mine. Okay, now is when he's turning into an asshole. Not Fan, I'm talking the dragon. Well, even with lag, we still got him. I got a challenge for doing it. Yep. Skip cutscene. Capel, Astrologian Gear. Melthazar got himself an achievement for commendations. I got a commendation. I'm hoping Fan got a commendation. Now we've got a cutscene that I'm not going to skip. I just got a crystal. I think that's 4 out of 6. Either 4 or 5. I know I got one from the Sylphs. And I got one from both Ifrit and Garuda. That's 5. Which means there's only one left to get, and that's from Garuda. These crystals are important. They serve a plot purpose at the end of the 2.0. Oh, are you all right? Are you all right? Speak to me. "12 be praised. I feared the beast had injured you. I see now why the others rated you so highly. When you were caught in the midst of the etheric bubble with the dragon, I was all but certain my next mission would be to find a new champion. Thank the gods for sparing me that inconvenience. It is quite enough that we have to do already. Which reminds me, Sid is working on the Enterprise as we speak. Let us go and see what he has to say." "What say you, Sid? Will she fly?" "Yes, though it will not be a pleasant ride." "I dare say it will be no more unpleasant than staying here. 'Tis a pity the Enterprise is not in a better state, but if she will allow us to quit this place, I will not complain. If we are all in agreement, let us return to Gridania. Though I would like nothing more than to set course for the Howling Eye, it is plain the Enterprise is in no condition to weather the storm. She must needs be repaired if we are to proceed with our mission." "This is all so familiar. I know this airship. If I could just..." "Bah, it's no use."
Remember, Sid doesn't have all of his memories back. Let's go. Now, why would the airship have a saw blade on the front like that? Oh, it's not on the front, it's on the back. Huh. Still interesting, that. Which means I figure I'm probably going to come out of here in Gridania. No kidding. How long have I longed for more agreeable climate of the Twelfthwood? Yet I will not deny the Holy See has its charms. Endless detours aside, our Ishgardian jaunt proved quite an adventure. Alas, our work is far from done. We still have an airship to repair and a primal to slay. No rest for the heroic, eh? Okay, now I can actually run quicker in Kurthus. Now what's your quest for me? Oh. We're not going into the Eye of the Storm quite yet, no. We're going to call it for now. I'd like to thank y'all very much for watching. Like, follow, and subscribe if you enjoyed the show. This has been Harmony Muse. Thank you and have a wonderful evening. And you make a good point there, Tim. I mean, it is an anime Japanese game, so a lot of times it doesn't matter what it does as long as it looks cool. Well, anyway, you take care, man. Thank you for watching.